Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Duke Silver. Today we're going to be playing Odysseus once again, and I'm sure as you saw in the thumbnail, we are once again going to be playing mages, as evidenced by our first pick owl here. We tie the combat first. Trophy Hunter doesn't even have to buy anything to tie. Trophy Hunter, a great early game hero for that. Just getting so much hero attack first thing in the game. And yeah, we're gonna get a couple free spells here. We got some sweet oranges into a roll, and unfortunately, using our mana, we are not able to buy the second owl here, but we are gonna, of course, lock it. We're gonna get another tie here against Ares, and then yeah, we're gonna pick up our second owl, and yeah. Obviously now we just want to cast spells and hit mage treasures with our level 3 our free level 3 treasures on Odysseus. We did find a talking frog with a targeted spell in the shop, so that's fantastic. We're able to sell a shield to get there, and hey, we hit hat on 3.0 here, so feeling pretty good about our mage start here. There's a new U in the shop, which like honestly we could just sell the dwarfy plus an item and buy the plowman and new U it into a 4 this turn, but I think we're just gonna take the 3 and then lock the new U. I think we do want to cast it just in case it turns into something relevant. There are some pretty good 4s. Like, I mean, if we get a husky early, that's just a ton of stats. If we get like a book mage, that would be perfect. But yeah, and we get rewarded with our lock by getting 2 acolytes in the shop. So we are still gonna have to sell something for this new U, but yeah, getting a couple more mages here is fantastic, especially since I think there's only 1 empty slot in the shop there, or did we buy 2 things from that shop? Either way, we got two acolytes out of it. So again, having a really good mage start here. We get our next treasure next turn. We got Rapunzel's Prince out of our new U, which is not the greatest, but like, it's not the worst either. It's at least a little bit better than the plowman gets after a couple turns. We got the 1 turn as a 12/12, and then we're able to leverage it, or to change it into something better. And I almost buy another or not plowman, sorry, the farmhand. I don't know, the farmer's names kind of blend together to me. Yeah, for a second I almost bought the second one, just thinking, oh yeah, this is a pair. But I mean, buying a 3 gold 12/12 is still pretty good. But we do want to make sure we spend our mana here to get all the scaling we can on the units that are going to stick around long term. So yeah, we bought a puck. I mean, I think puck's just a fine level 3 sort of like on curve unit. Generally, you're not building into stars too much anymore on this patch, just because like mid-game stars have taken a huge hit, but like if you can find like a star catcher, puck can still carry you through the mid-game anyways. But yeah, we get Steer Sphere, which I probably shouldn't gloss over. We got Hat Ball assembled out of our two free level 3 treasures. Are both exactly the mage treasures that we want on 3. So yeah, now it's just a matter of finding some level 4 treasures to get some of our more powerful spell enablers. We get a book mage to go with our board here. Icarus looks like they took a couple turns off and they're ahead on XP, but very weak. We dropped them down to 1 there, and we're gonna get to combine our owls and get a library card for our troubles. We're also gonna take a spell book that's gonna give whatever it's equipped to +1/+0 per spell that we cast. So just a little bit more spell scaling for our nice little suite of spell treasures here. And we're gonna go for another new U onto the Rapunzel's Prince, and hey, look at that, it's Crystal Sage. So literally everything coming up mages here. We did pick up a couple more owls because I think we're gonna be able to scale them within a reasonable amount. It's not like super late, 4.1, and especially with this Crystal Sage, they're gonna be very relevant after just a couple spells with Crystal Sage's upgrade. With this patch giving 2 attack per spell cast instead of just 1, so that's gonna at least make them able to trade, make the unupgraded owls able to trade anyhow. It would be nice to combine some of these other mages though. we are kind of running out of board space here. We have to bench one of the acolytes. I ended up putting in the owl over the acolyte just because I think the permanent stat scaling from the owl is a little bit better than the acolyte. And like we're already getting enough attack on our ranged characters for them to be efficient. So getting more toughness onto our owl I think was a little bit more valuable. And yeah, we burn all our mana on the first shop there, and that's actually ends up being a huge mistake, as we do find the third book made, but we're not able to buy it because we don't have the mana. So so definitely shouldn't have taken that last roll. Definitely need to be I mean it's tough to not just cast all the spells you see when you're mages, but you kind of have to do a little bit of mana management sometimes. And there's another triple we would have loved to take, but we have too much gold to lock for those, so we just keep rolling. Eventually we find a shop with 2 more book mages, and yeah, let's just lock that and buy an item here to kind of bank a gold and add just a couple stats to the board. We win that pretty handily. Our mage is scaling very, very well, as you can see. Yeah, we're gonna triple this book mage. Kind of hoping for double caster, but broken spell reflector is that's about as good. I think they're comparable anyways. I think they're, I guess you could say that they're about even. Although like double caster, you do get to cast more stuff, and with spell cost reduction, double caster is just, I think double caster does get the edge just a little bit, just because because you can cast what do you call it, combat spell, double cast combat spells with it, as well as some of the utility spells that aren't targeted. They attack directly into our book mage there, which is just fine for us. And yeah, once again, we make pretty short work of this opponent, Trophy Hunter. Actually, that's Pipe, who you might see in chat in the bottom left there. This was played, of course, live on stream, and yeah, I encourage people to snipe me when I'm playing, just mostly to reduce the amount of saved boards in game, but also because it's fun to play with people, especially people live and able to talk about the game. If you haven't stopped by my Twitch, it is always in the description. And yeah, I'd love to see you over there. And yeah, we have a great time over there, anyways, over on Twitch. Yeah, I don't know. There's not much to really to narrate here. We're just casting spells and scaling units at this point. We're not really buying anything new. Like, I mean, I guess I could talk about like what our plan should be going forward with mages, but like basically, I mean, with these treasures, I don't know if it's generally enough to be able to get over the top. So like you might want to be like try and find a way to get into something a little bit stronger. Like, I mean, spell reflector might be enough to put mages over the top of some comps. Like you can still win with these treasures, of course, but yeah, finding a path to a level 7 treasure might be something that is important. Also, I did kind of gloss over, but we replaced our hat with an Odin's Raven. It's just basically a better version. Gives us more mana, same spell cost reduction, but just a bigger mana pool. We're gonna take another spell book, one that's actually gonna give us +1/+1 per spell. So just increase the amount of permanent stat scaling that we're doing here. And yeah, I think we're gonna make very short work of this Hercules, unfortunately for them, knocking them out pretty decisively. I spend a little bit of time thinking about this morph a lot, but I think I ultimately decide just not to cast it. I mean, we want to keep our mages around because all of them are getting stats for all the spells we cast, so turning it into something else just doesn't seem worth it, even though it's a free spell. Like maybe we could turn like one of these book mages into something else, but also the book mages are helping us scale during combat, so. All right, and with the change to spell reflector, since it casts on two different things now, if you have your spell reflector spell active, the wolf does triple itself. So Spell Reflector, or Broken Spell Reflector, I should say. Spell Reflector is a level 7 treasure, but Broken Spell Reflector will give you a free level 6 treasure if you with a wolf, anyways. And also, we spent the rest of our gold on a Dying Breath rune. So once the wolf dies, it's gonna spawn two more golden books here, or basically we're gonna get 1 extra golden book out of it. And also that gives us just 1 more point of contact. And here we found another wolf, and we're gonna try and move the Dying Breath item over to the Crystal Sage and hope that it doesn't get eaten by the wolf. And unfortunately, it does. What we were hoping for there was to be able to put the Dying Breath rune on the golden wolf, so we could basically spit out a whole new board of characters after our initial board of mages goes down. But unfortunately, the Crystal Sage does get lost in there, and essentially we've lost our rune as well, as we're never going to be able to move it. But now we have 3 open spots, so we can fill up our board with the rest of with different things. Also, we were supposed to lock the Hecate there, but I definitely just completely forgot there, which is very, very unfortunate. As I mean, that's a perfect unit for us to fill up the rest of our board with. We do knock out the Odin. Odin, though, playing a sort of a stealth scam comp. They do a pretty good job of scamming us with the Succubus there, making our own units attack into each other, but unfortunately for them, it's not quite enough. There's another spell book, which we are going to snap up. That's going to be +3/+3 per spell, so that's going to put a bunch of health onto our Acolyte. Which, like, I mean, if we had a way to like double Titan's Flowers, I would probably just put that on the on one of the Apprentice Owls. But I figure keeping the health on getting the health onto the Acolyte is going to be just as good. Maybe even more important, depending on if people start playing flying characters. And unfortunately, I kind of grief myself here by playing the cat, because that does reduce our board space, and the cat just really doesn't add enough to our board. And yeah, we lose 1 thing in our wolf there, which is quite unfortunate. But fortunately for us, we do have enough hero attack and stats to get the tie here. And yeah, we get a level 6 treasure now. I think this is a reroll from our wolf treasure. And yeah, we have pretty much the best selections. Like, I mean, Magic Scarf is obviously a lot better with Hecate, because it just doubles the size of Hecate, but we don't have that right now. So I think we're just going to take the Merlin's Lessons and get out of a Spell Reflector. I'm not entirely sure like which one is the correct one. It might be Seer Sphere that we should be getting rid of, but I figured seeing more spells is probably still good. And yeah, I think we're just gonna fire off this Titan's Flowers. We could have cast some more spells first, but I guess I just decided not to. I'm not entirely sure why there. And yeah, we are gonna cut the cat here. We did turn our Sword Squire that we had into a fool, so that's actually going to do quite a bit of damage. Like, it's kind of a relevant unit even. Dealt over 200 damage to that Woman in the Moon. Probably doesn't matter too much, but because we do end up winning with 2 units on the board left against the Slay player here. But yeah. Yeah, so basically, like, we had a great Mage's start, and I think the sort of stars kind of aligned for us here, and yeah, we just kind of crushed the lobby as mages. I don't think we lost any fights throughout the game, like, at all. Usually you lose some fights if you take Owl early, but again, the stars kind of aligned for us. Getting the hat on 3.0 really goes a long way to make our Owls big enough to compete in the early game. And then, yeah, just everything fell into place really perfectly. So, that's Odysseus Mages. This is the second Odysseus Mages I've made, I think, in the last, like, week and a half, a bit, or something like that. So yeah, I think Odysseus is a great mage's hero. I think everyone kind of knew that, but I just confirmed it for myself, I suppose. But yeah. Anyways, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I would very, very much appreciate that. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.